Everybody, welcome back to the cottage. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for the support, all your kind comments, all of the vulnerable comments in the comment section. I really appreciate all of the support, you guys. If you're finding yourself on my channel for the first time, thank you for joining us. Pull up a chair, grab yourself a cup of tea. We are a space of inclusivity, light, and love, so if that's the type of environment you're in, please join us. Today's pick a card reading is urgent messages from your twin flame. So this can be a no contact situation. This can be someone you haven't even met yet. But this is just an urgent message from your twin flame. So we have 3 piles in front of you. We have the deer spirit with this hagstone, the large hagstone. We have the cosmic egg spirit with this flat black stone. And we have the phoenix with this small hagstone. So if you already know which pile is calling out to you, the timestamps will be listed below as always. If you need a moment, please pause the video, sink into your body, take a couple of mindful deep breaths, and don't overthink it. Just pick the first pile that is calling out to you. These are urgent messages from your soulmate, your twin flame. I'm going to go ahead and start with pile number 1. Okay, group 1, all of you who chose the deer spirit and this beautiful large hagstone. This is going to be your reading on urgent messages from your twin flames. I'm going to do some charms today as well, and I'm going to be using a love oracle deck that I created myself. But for now, we're going to stick with the tarot here and with this beautiful deer spirit. The deer spirit is kind of close to my heart. It just reminds us that, you know, there's innocence here, but you're not helpless. There's a delicateness to the deer. They're soulful, they're beautiful, they're gentle, but they're not a helpless spirit. They are great at alerting you of things that are not. They almost remind me of like an alert system, to be honest with you. Because when I think of a deer in the wood, it's always on guard. So that is your animal spirit. Now let's see what sort of message your twin flame has for you today. Okay, messages from your twin flame. We have the Hanged Man in the reverse position. I'm going to get a couple cards out for you guys. Oh, we have a couple fallen out here. We have the 4 of Swords. We have the 10 of Pentacles. And I'm going to get a couple of clarifying cards as well, so we can get a full picture of their message for you. Right away with that Hanged Man and the 4 of Swords, though, the Hanged Man in the reverse, sometimes the Hanged Man in the reverse is like feeling like a victim. I do feel like saying like your person is feeling quite distraught at the moment, and they're almost in a state of self-reflection and self-meditation over this connection. But ultimately, for them, from what I can see here, this connection for them represents the possibility of a family, the possibility of home. The 10 of Pentacles is really all about making sure that was a 10, you know, family and reunion and establishment, being established. But right now I feel like I don't feel like you are in a relationship necessarily with this person right at the moment. But we'll see what the rest of the cards say. Group 1, urgent messages from your soulmate. We have the Knight of Wands, the High Priestess in the reverse position, the Lovers in the reverse position, and we have the 8 of Wands as well that came out, so I'm going to also take that card. I'll just get a few more cards here. the Sun in the reverse position. Urgent messages from soulmate, twin flame connection, and the Eight of Cups in the reverse position. So let me just take a moment here to take a real hard look at what's happening. Okay, so we're going to start up here again with the Hangman. It's sort of a state of self-suspension, but it's also in the reverse position, it's like feeling like a victim. We have the Knight of Wands here explaining it, and the Knight of Wands gallops in with an offer, a warm, passionate offer. And we also have the Eight of Wands. You could be dealing with a fire sign. You could be a fire sign as well, Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius. You don't have to be, but there's just a lot of fire in this reading right now. There's definite desire in the past position here for movement. There's a desire to come towards you. The Eight of Wands is all about movement. It's about communication. So they really, really desired to communicate with you, but I don't feel like there's any communication right now with you guys. And I only say that because we have in the center here this Four of Swords. The Four of Swords is about retreating and recovery and rest and sort of meditating upon a situation. And I feel like that's what they're currently doing. Your person right now, one of the urgent messages is that they are hiding their feelings for you. There's a blocked intuition. You guys have 3 major arcana here, 4 major arcana here. So if we were just paying attention to these major arcana cards, the Hanged Man in the reverse, the High Priestess in the reverse, the Sun in the reverse, and the Lovers in the reverse, all 4 arcana in the reverse, there's a definite unbalance here. Your person definitely feels separated from you. So I don't feel like this is a contact situation. Here with the owl in the, here with the High Priestess in the reverse, I am focused on this owl. I'm focused on the intuition, on the wisdom, on the knowing of this relationship. And in the reverse, I feel like they're hiding their feelings from everyone about you, including sometimes themselves. It's like they don't want to admit the importance of this connection to them, because if they admit it out loud, they're going to have to admit how much they miss you, and they're going to actually have to feel those feelings. And they've put themselves in this state of suspension. So they're already feeling kind of like a victim here. And they're meditating on this, but they have a blocked intuition. And here with the Sun reverse, until they acknowledge this love and this connection they have for you, they have the Sun reversed here. I don't like thinking of the Sun card as anything other than a positive card. It's still a beautiful, bright, sunny card, even in the reverse position. But it can be about delayed gratification. It can be about having to wait. And I feel like your person's frustrated in that. I feel like they're frustrated in waiting, because to them you represent homecoming. You represent happiness and a stable relationship where you can be proud of what you've built together. We have the Lovers in the reverse as well. I see that there were some arguments. I see that there's some fear of total dissolution of this relationship. Your person has a great fear of you not accepting their offer. The Lovers in the reverse speaks to me about arguments and discord, regrets as well, bad choices. And here with this Eight of Cups in the reverse, it's like, trying to learn from the past. For some of you, this will not resonate with everyone, but for some of you, I feel like your person struggled with making a choice between 2 people. And I feel like they've learned from the past from that as well. This disconnection that you guys have had is definitely forcing them to make time to pause and causing them to learn and to grow. And that's really important. Let me get you guys a couple of clarifying cards. Other urgent messages from your person before I move on to your... Oops. The Eight of Pentacles. They really want to put in some work with you. They're willing to put the work in on this connection. They're also working on themselves. They're ready to move forward and to open up their intuition to you. They dream about coming forward here with this Knight of Wands with a very passionate offer for you. And I do feel like they have a real desire to communicate with you. And they're willing to put work in. We have the Five of Swords. The Five of Swords is about, you know, there's some conflict and arguments. I do feel like your person is really focused on the arguments that you guys have had in the past. And that's part of what their self-reflection is. And that's part of the reason why they're so unhappy is because they are convinced that you're going to be focused on those arguments too, and that you don't want to move forward with them. They spend so much time in a state of apathy over you. And just in their own head, in their own mind. They're disconnected from the world. They're withdrawn here with this Four of Swords, this Four of Cups. They spend so much time thinking about you in the past. Again, I don't feel like this is someone that you are in communication with right now. Queen of Swords in the reverse. She is cold and dishonest and lacks logic. And I do feel like there's some dishonesty here. Like, I don't feel like this person's being honest with themselves, being honest with people in their lives, or being honest with you. Here with this High Priestess in reverse, she has secrets and she's secretive. On the back of the deck here, we do have the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse position. And that just sort of speaks to me about someone who is sort of tired of waiting around for, to reap the benefits of what they've sown. You see them here willing to put the work in. And they feel like they've put in a lot of work in the past on themselves and on this relationship, but they're sort of waiting around now in this period of limbo, waiting for you to manifest yourself and to see the rewards of that. So these are just some messages on what they would say to you if they could. Oh, for some of you, this may resonate, this may not. I found someone else. That could be part of the reason why they are you know, hesitant to come forward here with this Lovers in reverse card. Sometimes that can speak of another relationship. But they are not you. So for those of you who your twin flame has moved into a new relationship, they are acknowledging that they found someone else, but that person doesn't compare. I didn't realize I loved you until it was too late. That's heartbreaking. And that often happens, doesn't it? I've seen a lot of situations like this in the comment section where people have just been taken advantage of and taken for granted until it's too late and they get fed up. I dream about the life we almost had. Oh, see, they're really in their head right now, and they are sort of in a victim mentality. They're feeling kind of bad about it, and they're feeling bad about themselves. I see signs of you everywhere I go. You make my heart soar, and I do want you. There is like a sexual energy for me here with the Lovers reversed as well. So I'm not surprised to see this card pop out. And on the back of the deck, okay, for those of you in this situation where they have moved on to a different connection, they have settled for second best. So again, that won't resonate with everybody. Not everybody's person is in a third-party situation, but for those of you who are in that situation, they're acknowledging that, but they're also acknowledging that they may have moved on this physical plane, but that connection, that soulmate connection, the twin flame connection, they're still very aware of it. They still feel it, and they're acknowledging that this person is not the actual person they're supposed to be with. Let's get you guys a couple of charms. A lot of charms came out today. So let's see what we have here. A couple of runes, which I will look up because I'm still learning them. We do have a V, a W, a U, a Q, and a T. We have this ball that I always think about Japan. And actually, I found it so cool that I think of Japan when I see this ball. And I always thought that was so silly and weird. And no one's ever mentioned that they've resonated with that until one woman in the comment section today said something about Japan and that it resonated with her. So that's so cool to me. So I think of Japan when I see this. We have a seashell. Some of you could live on the coast. You guys could have vacationed with this person. I see this Olaf, and when I see Olaf, I think of nostalgia and innocent love. This could be somebody from your past. I think of that with a deer spirit, too. There's a lot of innocence here. This could be someone like the Six of Cups kind of feeling where you have just a lot of nostalgic memories for, and that's how they sort of feel about you, too. This bell is like the communication bell, like they're trying to get your attention, and I do see them wanting to gallop in with that Knight of Wands and this Eight of Wands, you know, coming in with communication. I definitely see them with that desire to get your attention. This is a little fabric heart that my daughter made me, and it just is comfortable and it reminds me of love. So this is just there, like they love you. You represent home to them, the comfortable feeling. They just really want to be with you. This rose, it's like messages from heaven, flowers from heaven. I always think of that, Saint Teresa and flowers from heaven. See these ruins and what they mean. Okay, guys, so I just looked up these ruins, and what's really interesting about them is that this is the ruin of intuition, and this is the ruin of wisdom. So I find that really interesting that both those ruins are here when they have such a blocked intuition when it comes to you, or they're just really just not admitting to anybody else, and especially to the person in their life right now, that they're still thinking about you. So there's definitely a blocked intuition there. So these charms may mean something to you, group one. Just take a quick look there. I'll hold it up to the... Okay, group one, that is your message. That is your message from your person, your urgent message from your twin flame. If you have, if this resonated with you, sorry, please leave a comment in the comment section below. I read all your comments. I love hearing them all. If you haven't done so already and you feel called to, please subscribe to the channel. It really helps me out. Otherwise, I do hope to see you guys here on another day at the cottage, and I'm going to move on to group number 2. Bye, guys. Hi, group 2, all of you who chose the cosmic egg and this little flat black stone. This is your urgent message from your person. So to start out with, I am going to be pulling some charms for you too, and pulling you guys some individual messages from your person. But I'm going to start here with your animal spirit, the cosmic egg. And the cosmic egg is really interesting because it speaks about, you know, the whole of creation. It talks about, you know, the Egyptians saw it as like the soul that created the primal waters of creation, or something along those lines. Like it's just talks about like the creative force, and for me right now in this reading, I feel like saying that it's like this connection was established at the beginning of time. Like at the beginning of time, when everything was created, that's when this connection came to be. For some of you, take what resonates in my readings and leave what does not. See, we'll pull a few cards for you. Urgent messages from your person, group 2. From your twin flame. We have the King of Wands. So I feel like your twin flame is just somebody really passionate, somebody really secure in themselves, somebody confident. We have the Tower. So they're acknowledging some. I'm going to be going more into depth. I'm just getting a few cards out for you guys. The Page of Cups. I hope that everybody is doing okay with this these COVID isolations. I hope you guys are all staying safe. You've all been on my mind. Sometimes I'm up in the middle of the night worrying. Seven of Swords. Underneath that Tower card. That's interesting to me. The Lovers in the reverse. Okay. We've got an interesting story here unfolding. You know.
Okay, we have some interesting things happening here in this reading. Okay, the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. Okay, we have some interesting, an interesting story unfolding in front of me. It looks like a juicy one. The Eight of Cups. The Ace of Pentacles. We also have the Hermit here, which I'm going to keep as well. I'll put that right there. And on the back of the deck, we have the Nine of Pentacles, which I'll put over here for now. So let's talk about your person's urgent message. So, like I said, I feel like your person is a really warm and charismatic leader type of person. What I find interesting about this top row is that they're acknowledging that there was some kind of tower moment, some sort of chaos out of the blue that struck like lightning, very sudden, that I feel like ended this relationship. I feel like there was some sneaky behavior by this person, despite the fact that they're very warm and charismatic. I do see here the Seven of Swords, and that talks to me about deceit. And here next to the Five of Swords in the reverse, that talks to me about getting caught. And here with this Lovers in the reverse, for some of you, I feel like saying this person was caught having an affair. For some of you, they were caught with a third-party situation. And I feel like for some of you, I feel like saying they did leave this relationship to go with that person. And I see that here because of this Eight of Cups. And the reason I say that is because here with this Eight of Cups and this Wheel of Fortune in the reverse, I feel like your connection was fated to be in your charts. And having this Wheel of Fortune in the reverse, it's like out of control. Things are just happening beyond your control. You're in a rut. And it's like a karmic imbalance. I feel like this tower moment, this sneaky behavior from this person caused you to walk away, caused them to walk away from the relationship. But I will say this, is that I don't feel like they are happy in their new relationship. And I feel like that's the real urgent message here, to let you know that they made a big mistake. They're acknowledging that they were caught doing something, throwing their passions where they didn't belong, perhaps. And they're still holding up this Page of Cups for you. They're still hoping for an emotional new start with you. They still think about that. And we see that here with the Hermit card. They are really, the Hermit, you know, is introspective, draws inside himself. He's very wise. And he holds up, in the traditional Rider-Waite, you can see him holding up that flame. Your person is still holding the flame for you. I feel like they may be currently with this other person. But that has not happened. It has not spanned out the way that they wanted. I see the Ace of Pentacles here as well, and the Nine of Pentacles. And I don't know if there was a financial aspect to this whole connection, whether this is someone who has can offer them more financial stability. But I do feel like here with this Ace of Pentacles, it's like a new opportunity. They want a new opportunity with you. They want a new emotional start with you, because they're recognizing that you are this Nine of Pentacles, that you are security, you are abundance, you are everything that they actually need in their life. And they're admitting that they made a big mistake. So let's we have the Two of Cups in the reverse. Again, breakups. Acknowledging that they are the Two of Cups in reverse is about separation. And it also, you know, the Two of Cups is really a soulmate card. So for me, with the Lovers here, the Two of Cups, this is definitely, in my eyes, a soulmate or twin flame relationship that has spanned the test of time. Unfortunately, just because we've been connected to a soul for a long time doesn't mean they don't have the ability to hurt us in the 3D, even despite having perhaps spent lifetimes together in hopes of working through some of these issues. The Seven of Wands in the reverse. And that's just sort of, it's like, you know, quitting, plans falling through and just giving up. It's like they gave up on your connection, and they're acknowledging that they probably did that too soon. They didn't fight for you. But they think about, like, they're really, I feel like they are really working hard. Like, we have the page, the ace, and then another ace. And I feel like they're really working hard on a creative way to approach you. Like, they want to come forward with communication. Ace of Wands is about communication and the birth of new ideas, the birth of new situations. Like, they're working on a creative way to approach you so that you don't reject them. And they're spending quite a bit of time in that here. We have the Four of Swords in the reverse. They're feeling anxious, and they want to act now. They don't want to wait anymore. They're tired of this separation. They don't want to wait around with that Four of Swords in reverse position. Again, I feel like this person almost has like a youthful expectation that this is just going to work out, that you're just going to forgive them. It's kind of an immature type of feeling, but they have this, you know, maybe unrealistic youthful expectation that you're just going to take them back and this is going to work out. The Page of Pentacles, you know, speaks to me about manifestation and new, like they want to bring you in some news and they feel like they can manifest you. I saw the Nine of Swords on the back of the deck. I do feel like they're losing sleep over you. And you could also be losing sleep over this too. I do feel like that is your energy. Like you're having depression. They've really hurt you. Okay. Because you are the Queen of Pentacles. You are abundant. You are like practical and motherly and dependable. And they've put themselves in this state of self-suspension because they don't know what else to do. They're surrendering to the universe. They're trying to turn this Wheel of Fortune around. So they're trying to surrender to the universe because they truly believe you guys are meant to be together. And they just think that if here again on the back of the deck, Nine of Swords. They are losing sleep over this, as are you. But they just feel like it's fated to be. So they're kind of just waiting around for things to work out. What's interesting here is that I don't even see like an apology card as of right now. I see sneaky getting caught cards, but I don't see an actual apology card here. So I feel like this person may be a little bit bold and a little bit just almost like an air of superiority or like an air of expectation that the world owes them something. That won't resonate with everyone. Whoop! I just lost a bunch. So we have this one here that just popped out at me. I am sick of no contact. They're tired of that. This restlessness. They are ready to act with you. Here with that Nine of Swords on the back of the deck, you know, I dream of you. They are losing sleep. I miss you regardless of how things look on the outside. So if there has been contact with this person, or if you are watching their social media, I will say that they are appearing like everything's going great with that new person. If they're still with them, it's not. I don't know how much longer I can do this. Something is holding me back. And again, for some of them, I feel like that something is someone. You consume my thoughts. I want to say that this person almost feels kind of, for some of you, this may resonate. They almost feel narcissistic. I knew the first moment I saw you, and you are my soulmate. They don't know how much longer they can do this with you, with not contacting you. They don't know how much longer that they can handle. Here on the back of the deck, I settled for second best. So for those of you who have a situation where they have moved on with someone else, straight out of your relationship, they are acknowledging that they made a huge mistake. You guys some charms. Some message to you. Sun. Whoops. You guys can probably hear that. That's the bell. So I will go grab that for a quick second. Okay, so it was actually a bell and the letter H. So this is just like they're trying to get your attention. They want to communicate with you, and we do see that here with some of these supporting cards. You know, just wanting to reach out to you. They're tired of no contact. We have the sun card here, or the sun, sorry, or the marble to me that represents the sun, and I feel like that's just your person's acknowledgement that you represent abundance, joy, happiness to them. I see the letter U, R, and this little character. This sort of speaks to me about someone who is maybe a little bit nerdy, someone who kind of has their own specific interests, like Star Wars or League of Legends or something like that. Just somebody who has a very specific interest that could resonate with someone. We have two runes here. We have the rune of potency, and it governs expectation and successful conclusion and rebirth. So they're looking for a renewal, a rebirth with you. And then we do have this rune. I'm going to look that up real quick because, again, guys, I don't know my runes completely yet, so please bear with me. This is the rune of man. It connotes friends, enemies, and interdependence. So this person feels very tethered to you, I feel. They feel like emotionally connected to you. Again, they feel like this is that this has been fated for a really, really long time. So we also have the number 1 here under the U. I don't know if your person could have been born in December. It could be a Sagittarius. That may not resonate with anyone. That may resonate with only one person. But group 2, that is your reading on your message from your soulmate, your urgent message. If you have any requests for videos or any comments about this video, please leave it in the comment section below. I love reading them. I always take your requests really seriously. And I always try to put whatever you want me to do into rotation. I am here to serve. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe to the channel. It helps me out so much. Otherwise, I'm going to go ahead and move on to group 3, and I hope you guys come back on another day at the cottage. Bye, guys. Hi, everybody in group 3 who chose the Phoenix Spirit and this awesome little hagstone that I found. I don't know if you can see that. I'll probably turn it into a pendant or something, but isn't that very cool? This is your urgent message from your twin flame, and we're going to start. I'm going to do charms for you guys today, and I'm also going to use a specific deck that I made for love messages for soulmates. But first, we're going to do your tarot and look at this animal spirit. So the Phoenix is all about rebirth, rising from the ashes, trying to make something new out of something that is gone and wasted and just ashes, like trying to rise from something that is destroyed. So let's see what your tarot has to say. What urgent messages? You know, despite all of my decks, I think that this traditional rider deck is a couple of cards. Okay. We have the Magician in the reverse. We have the Ten of Wands. We have the 8 of Pentacles. We have the 10 of Pentacles in the reverse position. A lot of earth energy. You could be an earth sign, or your person could definitely be an earth sign, a Taurus maybe, or I feel Taurus, but again, you don't have to. You don't have to worry too much about that. The High Priestess in the reverse position. I'm gonna like move these up a bit so I can still get you guys one more row. Urgent messages from your twin flame. What is happening in this connection? I'm already getting a little bit of a star card, a little bit of a story here, but I want as much information as possible. Oops, this one like literally jumped out at me. The Lovers. My goodness, you guys have a lot of major arcana here. The Sun. Okay. All right. Let's get started and talk about your urgent message from your person. So here on the first row, I feel like your person's getting kind of frustrated and tired. I don't know if you're in communication with this person at the moment, but this Seven of Pentacles is about, you know, waiting around to reap the benefits of what you've sown, the work you've put in. And here with this Eight of Pentacles, they feel like they have put the work into this. They feel like they've put in a lot of work, which is why you are their shining star, because they won't give up hope on this connection. And especially in the past, they have refused to give up hope with this connection. Like they won't give up hope. You are the shining star to them. But again, they feel like they've put in a lot of work, and now they're kind of waiting around to see how this is going to pan out. With the Magician in the reverse, it's like they feel like they're wasting their energy. It's like, I don't know if this is a friends situation, but they feel like they have wasted energy and wasted potential. And again, they feel like the burdens of the world are on their back. The Ten of Wands are about endings, about completions, but they do feel like overburdened with this passion that they feel for you. The Ten of Wands is about feeling oppressed and all of the hard work, again, the responsibility of this connection with them. And we see that they've already put in a lot of emotional hard work here. They feel like they've put in a lot of hard work, but they are feeling like they're not reaping the benefits of all this effort. That Magician in it's like scattered energy. It's like an unfulfilled potential. Like they're putting in all this, they're dealing with all of the pain and the hard work of this connection, but they don't feel like they're gaining any of the benefits. They have like a real blocked kind of intuition. And because of that, this Ten of Pentacles in the reverse, it's like the loss of hope for the future, the loss of a home. The Ten of Pentacles, it's like loneliness. There's a real loneliness, but they're acknowledging that like they have so many fiery feelings for you here with the Lovers. I'm feeling a lot of sexual energy with this card right now. And I do feel a lot of sexual frustration with your person as well. This unfulfilled potential, this unfulfilled family life. They want to have the life with you. They want to have a physical connection with you, and they're getting frustrated. They're not giving up hope, but they're getting frustrated. And here with this High Priestess in the reverse, I feel like, you know, she's mysterious. She is, she doesn't let her feelings out. She doesn't show her feelings to the world. And when in the reverse, it's like a blocked intuition. It's like a blocked insight. Like she's not even letting herself know. And I do feel like your person is maybe digging in at work or something, maybe working really hard to try to forget about this connection. But that's not possible, because ultimately I feel like they know intrinsically that putting in this work is what is the only way that will lead them to you and to the happiness and the fulfillment that this Sun card represents, which is literally all your dreams coming true, emotional fulfillment, everything you want in a relationship the Sun represents. And you want to see that in a spread like this. You want to see that they love you this much. If we were to even just look at the major arcana, because when they come up in a reading, we're asked to pay attention to them. So if we were to hide all these other cards and just look at the Magician reverse, the Star, the Lovers, the Sun, and this High Priestess in reverse, it tells a story all on its own. You know, they are frustrated. They are feeling like they've kind of had unfulfilled potential in this connection. And they're kind of hiding that from themselves. But the passion that they feel for you, the love that they feel for you here with this Star card, you know, the faith and the optimism, it's like you're their guardian angel. And the only way they can get to this ending is through you. And I feel like intrinsically deep down, they understand that. Are they getting frustrated? Absolutely. I know they're getting frustrated because I do see the Queen of Wands in the reverse at the back of the deck. And that, you know, they're getting kind of irritated. They're kind of, you know, a little apathetic about it. They're frustrated. I don't know if this is a friends situation that hasn't moved into like the real world. They're hiding their feelings for sure. The moon in the reverse, again, that's more like blocked intuition type of feelings. You could be like dreaming about this person as well with this moon in reverse. I feel like there could be like dreams going in between the two of you. But I also feel with this in the reverse position that the truth is going to be revealed. If this is a friend situation that hasn't come into the 3D yet as a passionate affair, they're going to declare the truth to you. And they've thought about doing that quite a bit. For those of you who have already been in a relationship with this person, they have previously been hiding the fact that they still hold feelings for you. But here they are with that passionate offer. They're looking at it and they're thinking about it and they're really formulating it carefully. They don't want to make any mistakes because they, like this magician in the reverse, tarot's not absolute. They want to turn that energy around to become a great manifester, to manifest you in their lives. And they're trying to really focus on what they have to do and say in order to do that. Like, look at this character and how close he's studying those leaves. I do feel like saying that your person is watching your social media. We had the Queen of Wands in reverse come out again. So they're feeling kind of, there's a coldness to the Queen of Wands in the reverse, like a brattiness. Like, again, they're getting tired of waiting. We have the Hierophant. That can speak to me about marriage. I do feel like this person thinks that you are marriage material. They want to enter into a commitment with you on paper. They want to make this official. Cards for you. The Tower in the reverse. Some of them worry about coming forward with an offer because they feel like they're trying to avert a disaster. They worry that if they get involved with you, they're going to get hurt. Here we have the Three of Pentacles in the reverse, which is about like, the Three of Pentacles is about building a solid foundation. And I feel like they don't have support in moving forward from you right now. Like, they're worried about your reaction to this offer and they're really insecure about it. They're insecure about how you are going to respond to them. And they've stayed away in the past because they've tried to avoid getting hurt. And they don't feel like there's a lot of support there from you. Here's the insecurity they feel. The King of Pentacles in the reverse. The King of Pentacles is a boss. He is secure. He is confident. The reverse king is not. He's the opposite of that. So this person is avoided coming forward to avoid the Tower moment that they expect to happen. I don't feel like they have a really strong self-esteem. I also feel like they feel tethered to you emotionally, like an addiction. I'll get you guys a couple of these cards here. What are some of the messages, the individual messages that this person would say to you right now? What are the urgent messages from the group 3's twin flame? There's a real immaturity not immaturity, but a young feeling. I'm ready to act. They want to come forward with this, like the news of the fact that they have so much love for you. I have a lot left that I need to say. Something's coming out from them. They're going to be revealing a truth to you. I want you. It's interesting because I just saw that, but didn't fall out. So it's interesting that it did eventually fall out. Okay. A couple here. They are not you. So for those of you who have a situation where you have moved on or they have moved on. I do feel like for some of you, this is your energy. Like you've moved on to a new relationship, but that person's not this person that you're thinking of. I'm afraid of rejection. And here we, like, this King of Pentacles in the reverse, this Tower in the reverse. They're really worried that you're just going to reject them, that they're not going to have the support from you, that they really want to build this solid foundation. They are scared. They feel stuck in their current feelings. Oh, will you wait for me? I feel like they're acknowledging that they are not emotionally ready, some of them, to move in. Like they really want it, but they're scared. They're really scared, and they're wondering if you have it in you to wait around. I'm trying to conjure you up. That's interesting because we have the Magician in the reverse there. That just, you know, the Magician is about manifestation. It's in the reverse, so they're feeling really trapped. They can't conjure you up right now in their current. It's always been you. And on the back of the deck, let's see what we have. Is it too late to apologize? Some of them have an apology to make to you. Let's start with some, let's finish off with some charms here. Whoa, you guys have a lot of runes. Okay, so we have, this is interesting because this is, reminds me of the Knight of Pentacles, which is, you know, someone willing to put the work in, to put those rows in a row, you know, trying to plow the laneways perfectly straight, dedicated, not necessarily passionate, but just willing to put in the work. And, you know, we see that with your person here, like they are they've put in time with you already. They've put in time. They've shown that they're willing to put work and time and effort into you. We have a lot of letters here. We have V, I, Q, O, and U. Those may mean something. We have this, which means the world to me because of the colors of the bands inside of the marble. And the world, you know, it's about completion and conclusions. It's about the universe bringing you what you owe, or what it owes you. We have 4 ruins, which I'll read you in a moment. We have a shell. This could be somebody who lives near a coast, somebody that you've traveled with in the past. And we have this silver dollar from the Calgary Stampede that my mom gave me. And when I was a kid, I thought this was like the coolest thing because I would just think of those movies with the silver dollars where people were really rich. And so this is just something that's really precious to me. So I do feel like your person feels you're very precious and you're like a silver dollar amongst a bunch of pennies. You are the silver dollar. So this is the ruin of man, and it's about friends and interdependence. So I do feel like saying, again, this kind of, for some of you, this could be a friend situation that didn't exactly pan out the way you wanted. We also have, through my rune book here, we also have here the rune of disruption. And that's like a tower. That's the tower ruin. It's like something coming in from out of the blue. We have the tower in reversed here as well. That's interesting to me that this tower ruin is here. Again, they're worried about the fallout of what this could all mean for them. Like they're worried about the fallout. We have the ruin of possessions and material gain. It also talks about, you know, beginnings. It's and victory over long-standing positions. So your person has put in so much time and effort into this connection, or they feel that they have. They're waiting for that. They're waiting for the victory. They're waiting for the new beginning that they want to have with you. And this last ruin is the ruin of breakthrough. So that's really what they're hoping for you, is they're hoping for a breakthrough in this connection. They're hoping that you will allow this connection to move forward. They're really, really wanting to reap the benefits of what they've sown emotionally here. They want to rise from the ashes with you. into something brand new, into something new, a new beginning, into your faded future together is what they're hoping for. Okay, group 3, that is your reading on your person's urgent message, your soulmate's urgent message. If you haven't done so already and you feel called to, please. Actually, you guys hear this guy fell out too. I just found him sitting here by my hand, the Olaf charm, and I think of innocence and nostalgia and childhood romances when I see him. So that could resonate with you guys as well. If you do feel called to, please comment and leave like the video, comment, share it, subscribe to the channel if you feel called to. Otherwise, I do hope to see you guys here on another day at the cottage. I do post Monday through Friday, different pick-a-card videos. You can head over to my Instagram, Tarot Cottage, as well. I post there every day. And I do post a daily collective reading there, a short one every day as well. So I hope to see you guys here on another day at the cottage. Bye, guys.